I could recall a small lady, but the lady was, I couldn't remember at all who this person was, because it was just handed to me and I was on the way out already.
Mr. President, I thank the good gentleman for his explanation and also Congressman Tupas. Mr. President, I raised this issue actually, if only to place on record and manifest that in granting the subpoena, the Senate is not in any way, and that's my understanding, tolerating any violations of the law in order to obtain evidence or details of evidence to be subpoenaed. That in so issuing the subpoena, as specified by the order of the court, that the Senate does not in any way allow, nor does it give its consent for such practices in violation of the law to be done by either side, either by the prosecution or by the defense. I submit, Mr. President. Thank you, Your Honor.
If I may just manifest, Your Honor, if Your Honors please. There was no intent to violate. I guess this was an action taken by a concerned citizen who wanted this thing out, and it was handed to this representation, Your Honor. And precisely, I gave it to the prosecution team for them to study
Where was the envelope given to the congressman?
I couldn't exactly recall.
Was it in the Department of Public Works?
Not at all, Your Honor. It was, I was here in the Senate, and then I left at about more or less 2:30, and then I went to, I couldn't exactly recall where, because there were just so many documents that were handed to me on that particular
But you mentioned about a lady.
Yes, Your Honor.
Lady. Where did you see that short lady?
It could have been, Your Honor, in the Secretariat or on the way out before I rode my vehicle going towards, going to Department of Public Works and Highways, Your Honor.
And you saw that the lady handed the envelope to you?
He just passed on, and I
To
thought...
whom? To whom?
To me, Your Honor.
To you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you do not know the lady at all?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Well, we leave at that. We leave at that. I would like to explain that the resolution of this court was simply to authorize the issuance of a subpoena, and whether those evidence subpoenaed are admissible evidence, given the fact that they apparently appeared in violation of existing laws, is a question that must be resolved in due course. I hope that is understood. We are not prejudging the admissibility or non-admissibility of this evidence. And this issue will come up at that point when the subpoenaed material and testimonies are offered in evidence. And all of these incidental issues will be open for scrutiny at the proper time. You know, it's the Republic Act 6426 is a very strict law, far stricter than Republic Act 1405. It imposes a penalty for its violation, and nobody is immune from that penalty, whether you are a member of the court, whether you are a member of the legislature, whether you are a member of the executive department, whether you are public or private person. That is the mandate of Section 10 of Republic Act 6426, whether the appearance of this document in violation of Republic Act 6426 will impair its admissibility as an evidence is something that to be resolved at a later date. This court cannot at the moment resolve that issue. So ordered.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr.
The
President,
floor leader.
well, in response to what Senator Escudero mentioned, perhaps the Senate CCTV may be of help to determine who that lady is. Sergeant at Arms, I'm sure, would be able to look into that. Anyway, Mr. President, in compliance with the directive of the presiding officer given in open court on February 1, 2012, SEC Director Benito A. Cataran submitted on February 2, 2012 his legal memorandum on the SEC's power to revoke the franchise or certificate of registration of corporations for the information of the court, Mr. President.
Noted.
Also, Mr. President, we are in receipt of the entry of appearance of additional private prosecutors under the control and supervision of the panel of prosecutors of the House of Representatives. The entry is signed by Representative Tupas and Representative Tugna and the private prosecutors named therein.
If Your Honor, please, with this avalanche of private prosecutors, there may be a necessity of additional 10 million appropriation to take care of them. And that's our money, Your Honor. That's money of the taxpayer. And then even the rules of the House states the prosecution of this case, of a case filed before
the defense should be flattered that
Yes, we are flattered, Your Honor, but
a phalanx of prosecutor is arrayed against.
we are very much flattered, Your Honor. But we are concerned also with the depleting of the resources of the Republic of the Philippines. That's your money, that's my money, and the money of everybody here, Your Honor. If they are not spent in accordance with law, then this could be technical malversation, Your Honor.
Noted. Noted.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
may we make a manifestation regarding the appearance of our private lawyers?
Proceed.
Your Honor, all of these private lawyers are appearing here pro bono.
Pro bono.
On behalf and to represent the House of Representatives. Now, with due respect to the counsels for the defendant, we are also surprised with the caliber of lawyers that they have because they are appearing pro bono for the Chief Justice, and this is prohibited under Republic Act 6713 and the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act because they are giving their gift services for free to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the Philippines. And they come from big law firms and they have pending cases before the Supreme Court, and the Chief Justice had successfully given the impression to the public that this is an attack against the judiciary. And we fear, Your Honors.
Well, counsel, the respondent is entitled to a lawyer, to a counsel of his choice.
Yes,
So, you cannot deny that from him.
what we are saying, Mr. President, is that ang sinasabi lang po namin, bawal po sa isang public official ang tumanggap ng regalo na nagkakahalaga po ng malaki. Dahil ang mga magagaling na abogado po ito, alam ko po, de kampanila, mahal po ang mga rates ng mga ito, binibigay po nila ng libre. Baka nasisira po yung independence ni Chief Justice.
That is a separate issue altogether.
Yes,
If there is evidence of any
Thank you for the platter.
illegal gift or illegal or bribery or whatever, then let the prosecution service of the government take the proper action.
Salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo. Nasabi lang po namin yun dahil sabi po na baka lumaki yung 10 milyon, libre po lahat ng mga abogado na ito na ginagawa sa pangalan ng House of Representatives.
Sabi ninyo pro bono, pero sabi rin ng defense sa pro bono, pero hindi natin alam kung pro bono nga.
Pro bono po.
Mr. President.
Yun ang sabi.
Under my oath as an elected official, Mr. President, puro libre po itong mga abogado.
Pagpalagay, Pagpalagay
Mr.
na natin na gano'n, ito ay para sa bayan.
Salamat po,
Para matuklasan natin ang katotohanan.
Salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before things get out of hand, may we ask the Sergeant at Arms to make an announcement.
Please all rise. All persons are commanded to remain in their places until the Senate President and the Senators have left the session hall.
Mr. President, I move that we adjourn until 2 o'clock in the afternoon of Tuesday, February 7, 2012.
Trial adjourned and set according to this statement of the majority floor leader.
At nagtapos na po ang Day 12 ng paglilitis ng impeachment trial ni Chief Justice Renato Corona. At dito po, no, pagkatapos ng